Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these feelings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest next on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Hi, am I on the air?
Oh my goodness. Happy 2018, my friends. I'm your host, Don Mega. Welcome to the very first Am I on the Air of 2018. Man, it's been a long time. I haven't talked to y'all since last year, and that is no exaggeration. It's the season premiere, man. It's 2018. It's a new year. It's time to kick off a brand new season. So it's season 16, episode 1, and tonight's show is titled Holding for General Hux. Man, it's been a bit. I gotta tell you guys, man, it has literally been about 4 weeks. It's been almost a month since the very last episode of Am I on the Air. Our last episode was December 11th when we put out the Oh Hi episode. Oh Hi was, of course, talking about The Disaster Artist. Congratulations, spoiler alert, won a Golden Globe last night. James Franco, shout out, love that movie, just saw it again the other night as well, so seen it twice now. But, you know, that was the last movie we reviewed, and I'm sorry it's been so long, man. It is, being in December, things got hectic. Things got busy. I was slammed with work. I was slammed with family. My dad and my brother and even my niece came out to celebrate Christmas with us. There was just no time to record whatsoever. I wanted to get that Star Wars review out so bad, man. I feel so bad that the Star Wars has been out going on 3-4 weeks now, and I'm just now going to get to talk about it. I apologize. I thank everybody that listens to this show on a weekly basis for their patience. I hate not having this out on a weekly basis for you guys. Skipping 1 week killed me. Skipping 2 weeks killed me even more. When I hit 3 weeks, I was like, oh my God. You know, the only thing lucky for me is that the news slowed down for that second half of December. So there wasn't a ton of stuff to get out to you guys. But there was a lot of movies to talk about because that did not slow down. I'm going to be reviewing tonight Star Wars The Last Jedi, Ferdinand, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Father Figures, and Molly's Game. So I got 5 brand new movie reviews for you guys. Plus we'll talk a little Bright over on Netflix. And we definitely are going to get into the Golden Globe winners. That just happened last night. Lots to talk about, and of course, basically almost 4 weeks worth of news to get you guys all caught up to speed on. It is insane. So, like I said, man, I'm sorry it's been this long. I hated it, but you know, we're coming out the gates hot in 2018 with this big episode, and hopefully back to a regular flow on this weekly basis moving forward. My dad and my brother are gone. Things are settling down at work. I got some time now. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now, I was able to get 1 episode up in the past couple weeks, and I do want to shout that out on here in case you guys have missed it. Like I said, my dad and my brother, they live in Florida, and they came out to visit for Christmas, and my brother has always wanted to be on this show. He's asked me for so long, and he said, we got to record something. We got to do something. So we did something a little special, and me and him, on pretty much the last night he was here, we recorded a Am I Still on the Air? Remember, the Am I Still on the Airs are spin-off episodes where we dive into kind of one specific topic. And what me and my brother decided to do was the top 10 movies of 2017. So, it was the end of the year. We had seen all of our 2017 movies. It was time to rank them. So we did that episode. It was a blast. I want to thank, Jordan Mega for joining me on the show and doing his top 10. I got my top 10 on there. It was a really fun Am I Still in the Air episode to listen to. So, and we try not to get into any spoilers on it. So if you want to check it out and hear what is our personal top 10s, definitely head on over to amiontheair.com. Click on the tab that says Am I Still on the Air? And you should see it right there at the top 10 top 10 movies of 2017. It's also available on reddragonsradio.com as well. So check it out. It was a very fun episode. It's even streaming on our YouTube page, youtube.com/amiontheair. So I wanted to at least get one episode up before 2017 was over, and we did get that one out for you guys. I'm always talking about Stardust on the show now. Stardust is a great affiliate of ours. It's a really cool app. It doesn't matter if you have Android, it doesn't matter if you have Apple. You get on it and you can do mini 30-second reviews. And after we released the top 10 episode, I did my top 10 on Stardust. So if you want to see some little mini video reviews of my top 10, head on over to my Stardust page. Look for me. Just search user Don Mega. It'll pop right up. And I did 10 videos back to back, counting down from 10 to 1. And you can definitely tell which video it is. It has text on it when you're watching it. It'll tell you what number it is on my countdown. So another little cool section to see. And as always, if you're not following me on Stardust, follow me. You would know what I thought about Star Wars right away. You would know what I thought about Jumanji right away. Because I always get my reviews up ASAP on the Stardust app. So download Stardust, follow them on Twitter at Stardust_app, and come along for the movie review ride. Okay, with that all being said and out the way, let's start with the 5 movie reviews we got going on. And remember, these are non-spoilers, so you don't have to worry about anything. Just going to give general thoughts. And without further ado, we got to start. I'm going to go back. I'm just going to work my way in order. And of course, that's going to take us to Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Now, I've seen this movie twice at this point. I went opening night in IMAX, took a couple weeks off, and then went back again. Took my wife, took my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, to see it again for a second time. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I loved it. I love this movie. If you watch my top 10, you know it makes an appearance in my top 10 as well, to show you how much I love this movie. I'm a big fan of Force Awakens. I still have not made the decision as if I feel The Last Jedi is better than Force Awakens, but it's on its own level, and it does such a great job. So much action, so much heart. I thought Daisy Ridley was amazing in this one as Rey. I loved her dialogue and her connection with Kylo Ren. Adam Driver just plays that character so well. It was great to see Luke back. Everybody gets an increased role here. Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron, just loved what he got to do. John Boyega, awesome as always. This movie, for me, it just hit on so many levels. Some people say it's a divisive film. Critics absolutely love it. It's one of the best reviewed Star Wars films of all time. From a fan standpoint, it seems to be flip of a coin here, whether people love it or hate it. I know when I saw it opening night, we all absolutely loved it. When I saw it the second time, I saw nothing but love as well. My daughter even loved it. Now, of course, she really loves the Porgs, and that was the main focus for her there. But, my wife thought it was a pretty decent movie, and she is not a Star Wars fan. I really, really dug this one. I thought Rian Johnson did a great job. I thought he did some cool stuff that we'd never seen before in a Star Wars movie. And it just told a really cool story for me. There's definitely twists and turns that I wouldn't have taken. There's different things I would have tried instead. But overall, I had a blast with this film, and I walked out very, very happy. And I did on the second showing as well, so that shows me it's a damn solid film. So, on my star scale, I gave Star Wars The Last Jedi 5 out of 5 Don Megas. I think it's well deserved of it. It is a spectacle. See it on the big screen. No reason not to, man. Absolutely love this one. All right, let's move on to our next one. It's going to be Ferdinand. Now, these little kid movies, these animated movies are not quite my thing, right? It's not my cup of tea. I'm not the demographic. But my daughter is, and so we decided to take her to see Ferdinand, and I was pretty disappointed with this one. Especially coming off Coco, which was such an amazing animated film. Ferdinand just didn't land for me, man. It was cheesy. It was just over the top. The jokes didn't really land for me. And I'm a big John Cena fan, and I was happy for his success getting to voice Ferdinand in this movie. But overall, it just did not hit for me. I'm sorry. Even my daughter didn't seem to be very intrigued into this one. She kind of was bored and just started kind of running around and talking. And, yeah, I think this one was a letdown. So Ferdinand gets a 2 out of 5 for me. I hate to low blow a kid movie, but 2 stars on my scale means it was just okay. It's got a couple chuckles here and there, but overall it's just okay. Nothing more, nothing less. So Ferdinand, 2 out of 5. Let's go now to, I'm just going to jump straight to father figures. This movie here was supposed to come out last January. It was called Bastards at the time. And I remember when they were putting this movie together, I was like, I like the sounds of this. This is cool. Owen Wilson, Ed Helms. This is going to be some really cool stuff, man, right? Good cast. I like where we're going with it. Then the movie never came out. And then it got pushed back. And it got pushed back again. And now all of a sudden it's coming out at Christmas time. And then they rename it Father Figures. It's about these twins. Yes, Owen Wilson and Ed Helms are twins somehow. They are twins that don't know who their dad is. They thought their dad died, but then they find out their mom told them a fake story. So they go on this mission to try to find who their real dad is. This movie sucks. I can't sugarcoat it enough. I was so bored in this movie. I wanted to walk out of it. Thank God for Movie Pass. I didn't feel like I wasted any money on it. I hated it. It was just so damn stupid. There's a scene in this movie, and I will not spoil it, but there's a scene in this movie that disgusted me, and I so wanted to walk out and just leave at this moment. But I stuck through it. At the beginning, it seems like it wants to be this raunchy, R-rated kind of comedy, and then halfway through the film, it just gets serious and tries to become this drama about family. It didn't know what it wanted to be, and overall, what it ended up being was a piece of shit. So, Father Figures sucks. Do not waste your time. I wouldn't even say waste your time on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or any kind of Redbox. Just let this one go and die, just like it did at the box office when it came out. This movie sucks. 1 out of 5 stars. Boo-hoo. 1 out of 5. Alright, let's go to something better, which is Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. This is a sequel. I want to set the record straight on this. This is not a reboot. This is not a remake. This is a sequel. This comes after the events of the original Jumanji film. Basically, there's the board game that we know of from the original movie. It adapts. It becomes into a video game. And these kids go to play the video game. You've seen it in the trailer. They turn on the game. They get sucked into the game. And they become the avatars that are in the game. Played by, of course, The Rock, Karen Gillan, Jack Black, and Kevin Hart. They're the 4 avatars that are in this video game that the kids' bodies go into. Hilarious, man. Now, this is a family flick. We had a great time with it. Saw it with my wife, my daughter, my stepdaughter, my dad, my brother, my niece. We took the whole family to see this one, and we all had a great time with it. I've actually seen this one twice as well. Went back, saw it a second time with Geeky Pat. Just a fun movie. The chemistry between your main 4, The Rock, Karen Gillan, Jack Black, and Kevin Hart, is so on point. Everybody plays their roles so well, and as much as a fan of The Rock as I am, and he's great in this, Jack Black stole the show for me. If you've seen the trailer, you know that the hot high school chick, she goes into Jack Black's body in the video game. So Jack Black plays that up so well. He has so much to do here. It is classic. So this is just a really fun movie. And I highly... Sorry, I got distracted. I thought my daughter was crying, but she's actually laughing from the other room, which is pretty funny. It is such a fun movie. I so recommend you guys go check this one out. I gave Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle 4 out of 5 stars. So much fun. Great action. Lots of heart. Karen Gillan, so great in this. I know a lot of people are going to say, who is this chick and where do I know her from? She's Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy. Hard to recognize because she ain't blue with a shaved head in this one. But she's great in this. All the leads are great. Definitely check out Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. 4 out of 5 stars. And it's killing at the box office right now that we'll get to later on in the show. But very happy to see that film's success. And lastly, the brand new movie I just saw this past Friday night, Molly's Game. Molly's Game is directed, it's the directorial debut from Aaron Sorkin, and he wrote the script as well. That's so funny. I never really heard my daughter just laugh her ass off like this from the other room. She's watching my iPad right now, and she is just cracking up. Wow, that is funny. I've never heard that before. Cool. Sorry distraction there. So yes, Molly's Game, directorial debut from Aaron Sorkin. You know, just the dude just kills it from a scripting standpoint. But this is his directorial debut, and it's the true story about Molly Bloom, a female who got into a poker world and then ended up launching her own games and becoming this high stakes, just poker princess. And she ends up getting arrested by the FBI. She goes to court. And basically they find out, you know, that there's been drugs and mobsters and all kinds of stuff involved in this world that she was dealing with. And this movie floored me. I loved the trailer when it came out, but I had no idea I was going to love it as much as I did. Jessica Chastain plays the role of Molly so well. I thought it was the best performance I've ever seen of Jessica Chastain. She's great in everything, but she was so awesome in this. Idris Elba plays her lawyer. He's fantastic. The way the story is told, just the way it flashes back, goes through her upbringing, goes through how she got involved into these games, and it does this really cool narration over with Jessica Chastain where she's explaining everything that went on, everything that's happened up to this point. And then, of course, with the flashbacks, it goes forward with her dealing with Idris Elba and the court case and everything. A fascinating story. Like I said, it just had me intrigued. When we were sitting down to watch it, I noticed the movie was 2.5 hours long, and I said, oh, this could go a couple different ways, man. A movie like this could be pretty damn boring. It never bored me. The 2.5 hours flew by. I was locked onto the screen. I was locked onto this story. And I'm intrigued to find out more about Molly Bloom. I thought this movie was just so fantastic. So I had to give it up, man. When I was ranking this thing, I was like, what do I do? I'm like, I can't think of anything it really screwed up on. It told a great story. It was acted superbly. It was directed very well. I loved the pacing. I loved everything that went into it. There was nothing else I could add. I had to give Molly's Game 5 out of 5. It gets 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. It was nominated for an Oscar. Or, I'm sorry, the Oscars have not been nominated yet. I take that back. I mean a Golden Globe. And Jessica Chastain was nominated for Best Actress for the Golden Globes last night. Unfortunately, she did not win. But I think she should have won. I walked out of that movie going, give this woman an Oscar. I thought she was so good in Molly's Game. I can't recommend this one enough. It's in limited release right now, hopefully rolling out to more and more theaters nationwide. If you get a chance, go see Molly's Game. I think you'll really be intrigued by it. 5 out of 5 there. So, big stuff, man. We're all over the board from a star scale. Let's start at the bottom. We have Father Figures with 1 out of 5. Then we had Ferdinand with 2 out of 5. We get Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle with 4 out of 5. And then, of course, 2 5 out of 5 movies. Molly's Game with 5 out of 5. And Star Wars The Last Jedi with 5 out of 5. Woo! All right. So there's your movies. We're caught up, man. We did it. We are caught up. I want to talk real quick. Everybody's been asking me, what did I think of Bright, the brand new movie with Will Smith and Joel Edgerton on Netflix? I am sad to announce that as of this recording, and we're broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons radio studios here on this Monday, January the 8th, and I still have not finished this movie. I have tried to watch it twice, and I have fallen asleep twice watching this thing. It bugs me. I want to see this movie so bad. I'm a fan of David Ayer. I'm a fan of Will Smith. I like Joel Edgerton. I think this looks like a really cool concept. I tried to watch it the weekend it came out when my dad and my brother were here. We started it super late, and we all passed out on the couch watching this thing about 20 minutes into it. So about a week later, I tell my wife, hey, let's watch Bright. I want to get caught up on this thing. Pop it on, pick up from where we fell asleep the first time, made it about 20 minutes into it, and I fell asleep again. So I don't know how to take it. I don't know if it's Bright that's just putting me to sleep, because I know it's a very divisive film as well. Some people love it, some people hate it. But I have fallen asleep twice, and I don't have a full review for you on it this week. I'm sorry. It pains me. I was like, man, I gotta watch this movie before I do the new episode, and I just have not had time, man. There's just too much going on. So I hope to finally finish Bright later this week, and we'll talk about it on the next show. Before we move into the news, I do want to say the new season of Black Mirror came out. 6 new episodes of Black Mirror over on Netflix. This season's fantastic. I really, really enjoyed several of the episodes out of the 6. It's a super solid season. I tried to tell my boy Lynx, like, it's very Twilight Zone-y for people that are like, what is Black Mirror? It's an anthology type series. Every episode is its own story. It reminds me of like a futuristic kind of Twilight Zone. I really dig it. All 6 episodes were pretty damn good. And I say, definitely check it out. It was a great season. Give it a chance. All right. So there's my little quick shout out for the new season of Black Mirror, along with our 5 movie reviews. One more thing before we get into the news of the past couple weeks, I do want to just dive in and talk about the Golden Globes, because that was last night. The 75th annual Golden Globes went down, kind of the precursor to the Oscars. When the nominations came out, we talked about it. Now let's run through the winners. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. Just want to read through the winners and get you guys all caught up with what went down last night. I did watch the show. I thought it was done very, very well. Oprah gave a great speech when she accepted her Cecil B. DeMille award. And, great stuff all the way around. So let's talk winners. Best Motion Picture Drama went to 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture went to Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture Drama went to Gary Oldman for The Darkest Hour. Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy went to Lady Bird. Best Performance by an Actress in a Motion Picture went to Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird. Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture went to James Franco for The Disaster Artist. Yeah, buddy. Best Motion Picture Animated went to Coco. Best Motion Picture Foreign Language went to In the Fade. Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role went to Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role went to Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Best Director went to Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. Best Screenplay went to Martin McDonagh for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Best Original Score went to Alexandre Desplat for The Shape of Water. Best Original Song went to This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Best Television Series Drama went to The Handmaid's Tale over on Hulu. Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series Drama went to Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale. Best Performance by an Actor in a Television Series went to Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us. Congratulations, love that. Best Television Series Music or Comedy went to The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series Musical or Comedy went to Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Best performance by an actor in a television series, musical or comedy, went to Aziz Ansari for Master of None. Love that. Best television limited series or motion picture went to Big Little Lies over on HBO. Best performance by an actress in a limited series or motion picture went to Nicole Kidman for Big Little Lies. Best performance by an actor in a limited series went to Ewan McGregor for Fargo. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role in a limited series went to Laura Dern for Big Little Lies. And lastly, best performance by an actor in a supporting role or a limited series went to Alexander Skarsgård for Big Little Lies. So there is your Golden Globes update. 75th Annual Golden Globes went down last night, hosted by Seth Meyers. Really good show. Good to see the winners. And those are your full recap of all the winners that went down. So with all that being said, let's get into our news of the past 3 to 4 weeks and get you fully caught up here in the world of entertainment news. Hot dog. Hot diggity, diggity dog. Alright, so we have Universal Pictures has set a spring 2019 release date for, guess what? Detective Pikachu. That's right, starring Ryan Reynolds. Detective Pikachu will be hitting theaters in spring of 2019. The ABC network has ordered a new comedy from Alec Baldwin and the people behind Blackish. So that's a pretty interesting combination there. Alec Baldwin is set to produce. At this point, he may star, but they haven't gotten to that point yet. It will be a multi-camera comedy set from that team. 13 Reasons Why star Catherine Langford is set to star in a new film called Spontaneous, which will be a new fantasy sci-fi film based on an young adult novel. She's fantastic in 13 Reasons Why, so that would be really, really cool. Haley Steinfeld says that Bumblebee could be the first of a brand new Transformers franchise, so that's pretty interesting. I'm so curious to see how closely the Bumblebee movie is connected, if at all, to the Michael Bay Transformers movies. I'm under the assumption that it will, to an extent. It's supposed to be a prequel, but with how low the Last Night performed, are they going to try to distance it? Is Bumblebee going to be used as some sort of soft reboot, alternate timeline kind of thing? We'll have to wait and see, but if it does really well, this could be the branch off to start the saga all over again. Let's see here. We have the first season 4 trailer for Amazon's TV show Mozart in the Jungle that you can check out. A Harry Potter role-playing game is coming to mobile platforms in 2018. Max Landis he's getting pretty close to finishing up the script for American Werewolf in Paris remake that he's doing. He says he is working on some changes, though, so it's not going to be a straight adaptation. The Duff director, Ari Sandel, is set to direct the Goosebumps sequel, so he'll be coming on board there. We're still trying to figure out if Jack Black is attached or not to this Goosebumps sequel. We have the first teaser trailer for Homeland Season 7 that you can check out. The Shazam movie has added 2 of Billy Batson's friends to be played by Ian Chen and Hovan Armand. Ian Chen is fantastic if you've seen Fresh Off the Boat. He is such a cute, charming little kid. So I think it's a great addition for the Shazam movie. The Walking Dead finale that happened a couple weeks ago was the lowest rated finale in over 6 years. Ouch. I think people are starting to finally lose interest in The Walking Dead. We have a Black Lightning poster, and it premieres January 16th over on the CW, so we're pretty short here. Pretty close to finally getting Black Lightning, which once again will not be a part of the Arrowverse like all the other CW shows. Regina Hall is set to join Samuel Jackson and Jesse T. Usher in the new Shaft sequel that will be coming to Netflix. The Good Fight is coming back in March, and so you can look for that there. There is an original series of Boss Baby and of Trolls that will be coming to Netflix in 2018. DreamWorks has announced that they're doing a partnership with Netflix, and they will be doing a Boss Baby and Trolls television show on Netflix. My daughter will be ecstatic for this. So very, very cool. Sequels all are still planned for the movies, but we'll be getting a TV show there for that. Netflix and DreamWorks Animation are also teaming up for not only Trolls and Boss Baby, but also for She-Ra, Harvey Street Kids, and some other ones as well. So they're going all out in the animation realm. Congratulations to Marvel's Punisher. Punisher was a massive hit for Netflix, and Netflix has announced that The Punisher has been officially renewed for Season 2. So I'm still trying to get through Season 1, man. I am trying so hard. I binge whenever I can, but I cannot get through 1 or 2 episodes at a time of this show. And that's not to say it's bad. It's just this show is so heavy, man, that after a couple episodes, I'm just like, okay, I need to watch something else right now. So it's taken me a long time, man. I probably binged Daredevil Season 1, 2, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist faster than it's taken me to do 1 season of Punisher. But I will get through it, I promise. I'm over halfway through at this point. But congratulations for a 2nd season. I am curious to see what they end up doing there for that. SNL, Colin Jost and Michael Che have been promoted to co-head writers, so that's pretty cool there. Woody Harrelson is in talks to join the Venom movie. That's pretty awesome in its own right. We don't know who he'd be playing. Some speculation says that he may be Carnage. That would be pretty awesome. So very cool there. Universal Pictures has surpassed $5 billion at the box office, at the global box office, and that's due to films like The Fate of the Furious, Despicable Me 3, all help push Universal Pictures up that high. Joe Johnson is set to take on reshoots for The Nutcracker and The Four Realms. Yes, Captain America director Joe Johnson is set to take on the reshoots for Disney's Nutcracker and Four Realms. No real reason why he would have to step in and take over the reshoots. Jennifer Lawrence is going to team with the Call Me By Your Name director for her next movie. And that's all we know at this point. Let's see here. We got an article up with Robert Rodriguez explaining the deal behind Alita's big eyes in that first trailer that dropped a couple weeks ago. So if you're interested in knowing why she has that, check out that article. Psychological thriller Lady in the Mask is in development over at the CW. Sorry, give me just a sec. We have your first look at the Roseanne revival that I believe is officially coming in March. Bon Jovi and Dire Straits are set to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. We have the first trailer for 1517 to Paris. That's, of course, the Clint Eastwood's next directorial movie there. We have the brand new second trailer for Annihilation. This one starring Natalie Portman. I was floored by this trailer. I think this movie looks so interesting. I cannot wait to see this next month. We got, of course, everything coming and going to Netflix in this month in January. We have all your nominations for the 25th Annual SAG Awards, the Screen Actors Guild Awards. You can check that out if you're interested. The Jennifer Lawrence film that she's going to be doing with the Call Me By Your Name director Luca Guadagnino is set to be called Burial Rites. Mr. Robot has officially been renewed for Season 4 over on the USA Network. Rebel Wilson says that there's definitely hope for more Pitch Perfect movies. I don't know, man. I think, Part 3 just came out, and I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up. But she says there's hope. We will see. Stranger Things and It star Finn Wolfhard is set to star in another horror film called The Turning, which was previously known as The Haunted. So it's gotten a rename, and Finn Wolfhard is awesome. He's great in Stranger Things. He was fantastic in It, and I'm curious to see how this kid's journey unfolds here in Hollywood. Scoot McNairy is joining Aaron Paul and Mary Elizabeth Winstead in The Part You Lose. New film there coming out. Prison Break. Dominic Purcell from Prison Break claims that Season 6 is in the works. Fox says we're working on a little something, but they haven't disclosed anything else other than that. Colton Haynes is set to return to Arrow as Roy Harper. This is pretty cool. I know a lot of people love Colton Haynes. He was the Red Arrow, and he hasn't been on the show in a couple years, but he's coming back. We don't know if it's just going to be for one episode, or if it's going to be a little bit of an arc, or if it's permanently, but we will have to wait and see. The repeatedly delayed Jacob Tremblay horror film Before I Wake has come to Netflix, so you can finally check that one out. It's from Gerald's Game director Mike Flanagan, and it co-stars Kate Bosworth and Thomas Jane. I actually saw this film about a year or two ago. It's not that bad. It's a good little horror film, and Jacob Tremblay is always fantastic, so I'm glad to see it get a home here on Netflix. Kevin Hart is set to suit up as a hitman in a new on the road comedy from Universal Pictures. Star Wars Battlefront 2's Last Jedi DLC is free and will include being able to play as Finn and Captain Phasma. So that's pretty cool there. Lip Sync Battle is set to celebrate the music of Michael Jackson with a very special live episode. That's awesome right there. I can't wait to see that. John Cho and Tiffany Haddish have joined the cast of the Ike Barinholtz film The Oath. ABC has pulled the plug on the Great American Baking Show after some more harassment claims have come in. And I feel like, I should have done a special episode, honestly, just on this news alone. I can't believe, I'm almost dumbfounded that I have not been able to talk about this on the air. But it happened since the last episode. It feels like it's been eternity, but it hasn't. So here's the dealio. Back on December 14th, it became official. Disney buys 20th Century Fox and 20th Century Fox Television Studios. This was massive when this dropped. Now, we, of course, have talked about this, the speculation of this on this show, when Disney was first in negotiations, and then they dropped out, and then Comcast was in negotiations, and they dropped out, and then Disney jumped back in. Well, it is now official. I mean, it probably won't be happening for another year or so, year to 2 years, depending on how fast the FCC brings this one through. But the deal itself is done. The check has been written, and it is being cashed. Basically, just to kind of summarize this, I mean, what this deal is that, Fox is still going to be around. Fox did not sell Fox Sports. They didn't sell Fox News. They're still going to be around in that atmosphere. They sold their television and their movie divisions. So Disney will take over that. Now, the main reason Disney, of course, wanted this is because Disney's launching their very own streaming service in about a year. And them buying the Fox library gives them so many more titles to put onto this streaming service. And that's going to make it something to where people are going to want to subscribe and pay $10 a month or whatever for this Disney service. And of course, the big opportunity here is the Marvel Cinematic Universe getting the rights back to the entire X-Men catalog, to the Fantastic Four, Deadpool, getting that all back. That is a massive deal right there. It's crazy because we never thought we would see the day when you could have Wolverine jumping into an Avengers movie. That at the end of Avengers 4, we could see Galactus coming to Earth to rain down. Is it the Fantastic Four that bought the Avengers Tower in New York City that was for sale in Spider-Man Homecoming? There's so many things that have, so many seeds that have been planted. It's the possibilities are endless. It's so much fun to know. Now, I know a lot of people are really worried about R-rated stuff like Deadpool. The chairman of Disney said, hey, we want to leave Deadpool the way it is. Yes, we don't normally do R-rated movies, but as long as we let the public know what they're getting into, and we're very, honest and open about what a rating is on our film, then I'm sure there's something we can work out. I'm assuming that Disney's going to launch some kind of side banner. Like back in the day, Disney used to own TriStar Pictures, I think. So if they had an R-rated movie coming out, they wouldn't put it out under the Disney name. They would put it out under TriStar. Something to that effect, where you would have maybe a Marvel Knights or, Marvel Legends, or just something to where when you see that banner go, like, oh, this is an R-rated film, or maybe it's not connected to the MCU. Who knows what they're going to do, but this is a perfect opportunity to reboot X-Men, to reboot Fantastic Four. I would leave Deadpool the way it is. Ryan Reynolds is going to probably be the only person that can make the jump from Fox on over to Disney and actually survive it. This is just such a cool thing right here. Disney also takes on the rights for Avatar. They're going to get all the sequels as well, which is big time right there. Like I said, the deal does not include Fox Broadcasting Network, so the Fox TV station is going to remain the same. Fox News, Fox Business, FS1, FS2, the Big Ten Network will all be spun off into a newly listed company, so those things will stick around. The deal does include 20th Century Fox, Fox Searchlight, Fox 2000, 20th Century Fox Television, FX Productions, Fox 21, FX Networks, National Geographic Partners, Fox Sports Regional Networks, Star India, and Fox's interest in Hulu, Sky, and the Shine Group. Disney already owns a chunk of Hulu, and then Fox owned a chunk of Hulu, which means now Disney's going to own over 60% of Hulu alone, which is just, pretty awesome right there. So there you have it, man. I mean, it's done. It's in the works. I would expect that when you see X-Men Dark Phoenix later this year, that is the end of that X-Men cinematic universe that you've known and grown to since First Class. That is it. That's going to wrap it up, and you're going to see the mutant gene come into the MCU, and we're going to get a whole new Professor X and team, and it's the perfect opportunity to launch a new Wolverine. A lot of people are saying, oh, this is a perfect time for Hugh Jackman to come back. And I'll tell you, I mean, as much as I would love to see Hugh Jackman come back and actually be standing there with, Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., what's the long-term goal there, though? Even if they got Hugh Jackman back, Hugh Jackman wouldn't sign like another 5-movie deal or anything like that. He'd probably say, okay, I'll come on for one film. And then what does that do for the MCU in the long term? As fun and as cool as it would be to have Hugh Jackman pop up as Wolverine, do we only want it for one film? This is the perfect opportunity for a new actor to get to strap on the claws and make his mark as the MCU Wolverine, just like Tom Holland got to do as the MCU Spider-Man. So, just my 2 cents on it. It is exciting times. Fox obviously didn't know what to do with Fantastic Four, and the MCU will. So, Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be something very, very cool to see what we end up getting here. The only thing that's going to suck is we're obviously probably going to get less comic book movies because, you got Fox putting out 3 movies a year, Disney putting out 3 movies a year. I don't see Disney putting out 6 movies a year in the comic book realm. So it will probably scale that back a bit. So it might take longer to see sequels to your favorite films. But I think quality-wise, it's going to be worth the wait. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest news events ever. And I'm sorry I'm reporting it like 3 weeks late because of all the delays on this show. But Disney bought Fox, and it's going to be pretty damn awesome. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling with the news here. Netflix is also set to launch a new crime series called Dirty Money and Rotten. Dirty Money and Rotten. I guess there are 2 shows. Dirty Money will air January 26th, and Rotten will air January 5th. So there you go. Aquaman director James Wan says, don't worry about feeling like there's too many villains in the movie. He says there really isn't. Ocean Master is the main villain, and everything else is just kind of in addition to. But he says, don't worry, it's not going to suffer from the too many villains fate. 13 Reasons Why star Catherine Langford says to expect a very different Hannah in Season 2. I don't even know why Hannah's in Season 2. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, why is the Season 2 not about something else? I don't see how we can continue the story of Hannah, but yeah. We have your first Ocean's 8 poster that was put out. It looks pretty cool. I'm excited for that movie. Curb Your Enthusiasm has been renewed for a 10th season. We have the final trailer for The Commuter. Excuse me. Starring Liam Neeson, which comes out this Friday. Catherine Keener is joining the Jim Carrey show Kidding. She's awesome, so that's a great addition there. Netflix has also given the green light to a 3rd season of Frontier, starring Jason Momoa. James Gunn is set to produce a new horror feature with the H Collective. Yes, he'll produce an untitled horror feature with the H Collective, written by James's brother Brian and cousin Mark Gunn. The film will be directed by David Yarovesky. John Wick director Chad Stahelski will adapt the comic book series Kill or Be Killed. I don't know much about this, but I love Chad Stahelski. He's a hell of a director. You've seen what he's done with John Wick. I can't wait to see what he does with Kill or Be Killed, so that's going to be pretty cool there. George Lucas has praised Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi. He really enjoyed that. A 48 Hours remake is in the works over at Paramount Pictures. The directing team behind the latest film, Good Time, Ben and Joshua Safdie, are set to direct. It will be based on the 1982 film with Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. 48 Hours remake. Huh, okay. Amanda Seyfried promises the Mamma Mia sequel is better than the original. Ooh, she did not just say that. Global Road Entertainment has acquired the rights to The Silence, starring Stanley Tucci and Miranda Otto. Annie Muschietti is in talks to direct The Electric State for the Russo brothers. Of course, the Russo brothers known very well in the Marvel Cinematic world, as they just finished up with Infinity War. Andy Muschietti, man, I thought he was going to be too busy with It Chapter 2, but he's already in talks to direct this Electric State movie. The Electric State, also the Russo brothers have nabbed the rights to it. It sounds pretty cool here. It's kind of futuristic, sci-fi-ish, and they want Muschietti to direct it, so he is in talks for that. NBC is developing the It Crowd remake with the original creator Graham Linehan. ABC has fired the Chew co-host Mario Batali following a review of sexual misconduct claims. Dustin Hoffman has been accused of assaulting 2 women and exposing himself to a minor. This stuff does not end, man. I'm sorry. The Roseanne revival is officially returning to ABC in March. We have the trailer for The Polka King, starring Jack Black. Silliness. We have all your Amazon movies coming and going in January. On top of that, Star Wars The Last Jedi opened up to $45 million at the Thursday previews. That is just so insane. Remember, when movies come out, they usually open to a preview night on Thursday, and the fact that it opened to $45 million on a preview night is just insane. A typical movie makes a couple mil on Thursday night. This made 45. Sir Derek Jacobi has joined Neil Gaiman's The Good Omens, so that's a cool addition there. We have a first look at Hawk and Dove in DC's Titans, of course played by Alan Ritchson and Minka Kelly. I love me some Minka Kelly, so she looks awesome. They both look awesome as Hawk and Dove, so I can't wait to see what they do with this Titans show. I think it's going to be something pretty special. Apple has ordered a new space race drama from Battlestar Galactica and Outlander's Ronald D. Moore. Everything coming and going to Hulu in January. Judd Apatow's show Love is going to end with season 3 on Netflix. I love, no pun intended, this show. This is a great show. The first 2 seasons are just so good, and I was so excited that a 3rd season's coming, and then they had to go blow it up by saying it's the last one. But it makes sense. This kind of show cannot go on forever, and I think 3 seasons is probably the sweet spot for it. So Love will end with season 3 on Netflix. And they'll be given a spring premiere date for the 3rd season coming up. Willa Fitzgerald has been cast and will join Ansel Elgort in the Warner Brothers and Amazon Studios adaptation of The Goldfinch. Scrubs creator is developing a comedy called Spaced Out, which will be a world of commercial space travel, and that will be supposedly set up over on the CBS network. Oscar Isaac is in talks to voice Gomez in the animated Addams Family movie. Rob Lowe is set to star and direct a gender-swapped remake of The Bad Seed for the Lifetime TV network. Yes, the Academy Award-nominated 1956 film, The Bad Seed, coming to the Lifetime network. Oh my God. George Clooney and Matt Charman are developing a Watergate limited series, an 8-part limited series. Star Wars The Last Jedi earned $104.8 million just on its Friday opening day alone. That is crazy. Ian McKellen wants to play Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings TV show. We, of course, know Amazon's going to be doing a TV show of Lord of the Rings. It's kind of nuts that Ian McKellen wants to not only come back, but reprise his role as Gandalf for the TV show. Very cool. Sam Rockwell will be hosting SNL when it comes back from its break on January 13th. Musical guest will be Halsey. Star Wars The Last Jedi in its opening weekend exploded to over $450 million worldwide. It made over $220 million in North America alone. Second biggest opening of all time, behind, of course, Star Wars The Force Awakens, which made over another $20 million more than what The Last Jedi made, with about $240 million. But $220, man, nothing to shake your head at, dude. Second biggest opening of all time. Massive. We have your first teaser trailer for Mortal Engines. This thing looks really, really cool here. So, very interesting concept. Check this one out if you haven't seen it. The OA Season 2 is set to begin filming in January. That's cool. I'm looking forward to the second season of OA because this was a really weird show over on Netflix. Loved the first season, but it was very, very odd, and I want to see where they go next. Let's see here. We got some Justice League Dark concept art up on our Twitter page that you can check out. It's pretty cool there. A Christmas Story live. Yeah, they did a live version of A Christmas Story, and it flopped. Viewers hated it. They slammed it, and no one watched it. Very crazy, because all these other live ones they've done for, like, Hairspray and Grease have done very well, but nope, they did not like that one. J.J. Abrams has turned in his draft of Star Wars Episode 9 to Disney, and we'll have to wait and see if they're good to go at this point for that. We have an article up at Ryan Johnson talking Star Wars The Last Jedi spoilers, so you can check that out in case you want to hear some background information on that. Alrighty. Michelle Williams has confirmed her role in the upcoming Venom movie. This could be a very big spoiler if I tell you who she is, so I'm going to hold back on that. It is on her social media, so if you want to know, look it up. I just don't want anybody to get pissed that I said it. Amazon. You know how Amazon does it for their pilot season. They put out a bunch of pilots, and then they wait and see what the feedback is, and then they decide to move forward with the show or not. And then, unfortunately, it takes about a year before you finally get the show that you fell in love with the pilot on. But they did their pilot season, and they have rejected all 3 pilots that they put out this season. Nuts. Very unheard of. Nobody is moving forward with their pilots on Amazon. Showtime has set a February premiere date for our Cartoon President, which is produced by Stephen Colbert. I just don't know about this show, but hey, it's coming soon. Sophia Bush opens up about her shocking exit from Chicago PD, and quote, she said, "It felt like I was trapped in a burning building. Ooh, things do not sound good over there for her." BBC America has canceled Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency after 2 seasons. The season 2 finale of the show aired back on December 16th. Release dates are coming for some new Hasbro movies. And we finally have a release date for G.I. Joe, Micronauts, as well as Dungeons and Dragons. Now, we know that they're trying to do a cinematic universe. We don't know where this is all going. But first up is a brand new G.I. Joe movie, which is set to be released on March 27th, 2020. It'll be followed by Micronauts on October 16th, 2020, an Untitled Paramount/Hasbro event film on October 1st, 2021, and unrelated to the cinematic universe will be Dungeons and Dragons, which will be released on July 23rd, 2021. No word yet if the G.I. Joe movie is actually G.I. Joe 3, or if they're rebooting it, or what they're doing here, because it might just be a fresh wipe since they're trying to launch this cinematic universe. So we will see on that. NBC that says that a revival of The Office is in the works. Yes, and it will be a mix of new and old cast members. So we'll have to see how this one pans out. Steve Carell has already said he will not be returning for the revival. Yeah, no Steve Carell, no Don Mega. Alright, and in the past couple of weeks we had some pretty big trailers drop. We had the first trailer for Sicario 2, Soldado. That trailer dropped, starring Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro, of course, the sequel to Sicario, minus Emily Blunt. I really dug this trailer. I thought it was pretty awesome, so I'm looking forward to this one when it comes out. I wasn't the biggest fan of Sicario, but this one I think looks really good, but I also thought the first one looked really good. So we'll have to wait and see, but they got me on the trailer again. The first trailer for The Nutcracker in the Four Realms, the first trailer for Ocean's 8, yes, the all-female Ocean's movie with Sandra Bullock and more, Cate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, so many good actresses in this thing. I'm looking forward to Ocean's 8. Looks pretty awesome right there. Lego DC superhero movies, The Flash. The trailer came out, and the new animated movie will hit Blu-ray and DVD on March 13th, and a month earlier on digital, February 13th. John Legend is set to lead NBC's Jesus Christ Superstar live in concert. So yeah, there you go there. Erin Moriarty will play the superhero Starlight in Amazon's new comic adaptation, The Boys. Yes, so the first cast member for Amazon's adaptation of The Boys has been revealed, with Jessica Jones star Erin Moriarty set to play the superhero Starlight. I know nothing about The Boys, but I know that Seth Rogen and his producing partner Evan Goldberg are behind this, so I'm down. I think being on Amazon would be something pretty cool, so let's do it. We have a very different alternate opening to Stephen King's It. We posted the video up. It's actually pretty cool to check out. Michael Pena and Diego Luna are set to star in Narcos Season 4 over on Netflix. Yes, Netflix announced today that Michael Pena and Diego Luna will star in the upcoming 4th season of Narcos. And Pedro Pascal is not coming back. He will be out, and we're taking a different approach for Season 4. So great casting right here, man. I absolutely love it. There's a Step Up TV series that's coming, because we needed that. We have your first look at the Call of Duty World War II DLC Pack 1 called The Resistance. It comes out on January 30th, first on the PS4. TJ Miller's The Gore Burger Show has been canceled by Comedy Central. I don't even know what the fuck this is. The Gore Burger Show? I've never even heard of it, but it's been canceled. Might be why I've never heard of it. Lady Gaga confirmed she's going to be doing a Las Vegas residency. That's the hot thing to do right there, so check it out. You will never be able to lace up my Chuck Taylors. The AJ Mendez story is being turned into a TV series. Now, most of you are probably going, who the hell is AJ Mendez? I'm a big wrestling fan. This is AJ Lee. She was a women's champion for a long time. She's awesome. She's married to CM Punk. She wrote a book called You Will Never Be Able to Lace Up My Chuck Taylors. Somebody found the book, loved it, and wants to adapt it into a TV series, and they're doing it. So pretty cool there. We don't have any kind of casting news or know what network is going to be on or anything, but pretty cool. And congratulations to AJ for getting her story told into a TV series. We have Everything Wrong with Rogue One, a Star Wars story. We have Everything Wrong with Jumanji in 17 minutes or less. And Everything Wrong with War for the Planet of the Apes. You can check those all out. We got the Honest trailer for the original Jumanji, which is very cool. We got another brand new trailer for Gringo. We have the Green Band and the Red Band trailer. This movie looks pretty bad, to be honest. And it's got a great cast, but it's pretty bad. We also have the first trailer for Early Man, which also looks pretty bad. Kat Sadler is leaving E! After learning that co-host Jason Kennedy earns double her salary. So she has left her dream job and peace out, because all these females are getting tired of the wage gap. And it makes sense, man, and good for her walking away like that. Congratulations to Call of Duty World War II and Destiny 2. They are the number 1 and number 2 top-selling console video games in North America this year. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Jungle Book. Andy Serkis. We all knew back when Jon Favreau's Jungle Book movie was coming out, we knew Andy Serkis was making one, and it was like, why are they putting out 2 Jungle Book movies, man? This is dumb. And then Jon Favreau's movie came out first. It was a massive hit. And then Andy Serkis' movie said, we're going to take a little bit of a break. we're gonna release it a couple years later. And they pushed it back, but it's still coming. And it was called Jungle Book Origins. They've totally renamed it now, and the movie will officially be called Mowgli. So, of course, named after the little boy in the movie. It is a darker take on the Jungle Book story. A lot of motion capture. Really cool stuff like Andy Serkis is known for. But now the movie's called Mowgli, and I believe it comes out in October. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Andy Serkis' vision will be on this. But yeah, just look for the name Mowgli. That is the Andy Serkis version of Jungle Book. An It extended cut version of the movie is coming to Blu-ray in 2018, and that's very cool right there. So I actually bought it on digital, but I'm going to wait to get the disc until this extended cut comes out. Oh yeah. The teaser trailer for Stargate Origins has premiered. You can check that out, and the show will be premiering in February. Fantastic Beasts 2 wraps production officially. We got the teaser poster for Dr. Seuss the Grinch coming holiday of 2018. The Path Season 3 trailer gets a debut over from Hulu. All new episodes will be hitting in January, actually on January 17th. Walt Disney Pictures has confirmed the cast for Artemis Fowl, which will be opening in theaters on August of 2019. I don't know much about this story, and I honestly don't really care. Alright. Artemis Fowl. Not my thing. We have the first trailer for Anna Faris' new gender-swapped Overboard remake. I don't remember this movie. Overboard, 1987. I watched the trailer with Anna Faris and Eugenio Derbez. I didn't get it. Like, what she ends up doing in the trailer, I'm just like, this makes no sense. Why the fuck would she do this? So, I don't know. But the trailer's there. You can check it out and see if you're interested. Director X is in talks to helm the remake of Superfly. Who the fuck is Director X? But he's in talks to direct Superfly. The Lady Gaga movie A Star Is Born has shifted its release date back to fall of 2018. I don't understand what the hell's going on with this movie. It was supposed to come out at the end of this year, then they moved it up to the beginning of the year, then they moved it back again to the end of the year. It's like they don't know what to do with this thing. It's not this big, heavy CGI movie. It's a little musical movie. Like, I don't get it. But as of right now, it's back to the end of 2018. It is Bradley Cooper directed this. It's his directorial debut. It's a musical movie, and I guess we'll see towards the end of the year. Netflix has already ordered a sequel to David Ayer's Bright over on Netflix, so yes, we'll be getting a Bright 2. It looks like David Ayer will write and direct. It looks like Will Smith and Joe Egerton will return as well. So pretty cool, man. I mean, congratulations. Hopefully I can make it through it on my third viewing and not fall asleep, and then I'll be ready for Bright 2. Dark Season has been given a second season over on Netflix. Actually, I don't mean Dark Season. Dark, the show Dark, just straight Dark, has been given a season 2 over on Netflix. It is a German original production that is supposed to be super creepy and everything. I never got a chance to watch it, but I've been hearing really good things, so I'm glad to see Netflix pick that one up for another role. Let's see here. We have the first trailer for Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Mamma Mia 2. Here we go again. Yeah. Check out that trailer if you so desire. Another article up with Ben Affleck talking about playing Batman. Will he, won't he? We still really have no answer. He just says, we'll have to see where the script comes into play, kind of thing. So, no definitive answer as of yet. Jeremy Renner wants that Hawkeye movie sooner rather than later. I don't think he's going to get it, to be honest. But he says, I'm getting older. I would like to do it. If we're going to do it, let's do it now. Don't wait till I'm 50. We have the first trailer for Entanglement, starring Thomas Middleditch. It is a comedy drama. Let's see here. Epix has canceled Graves, starring Nick Nolte, after 2 seasons. Let's see here. There's so much damn news. I apologize, man. That's what happens when you skip a show for almost a month. I'm like, Lily James is playing the young version of Meryl Streep's character in the sequel to Mamma Mia. So that's, that there. James Mangold stepped in to help with the reshoots on The Greatest Showman. That's pretty interesting news right there that I did not know. Quentin Tarantino's R-rated Star Trek script is set to be written by the Revenant's Mark Smith. So he'll be taking on the scripting duties there for the R-rated Star Trek, which has now put basically the whole Star Trek franchise on hold for the, that J.J. Abrams universe. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if it's going to be those characters, if it's going to be this alternate timeline. We have no idea what's going on here. We have the first official trailer for God's Not Dead, A Light in Darkness. You get the first official picture for The Meg with Jason Statham. This picture really kind of bugged me that this was like the big, oh my god, we have the first photo of The Meg, and it was just like a picture of Jason Statham standing there. I'm like, okay. Didn't make any sense. Elizabeth Vargas is leaving ABC News. Margot Robbie says fans can expect to see Harley Quinn again real soon. Yeah, I'll believe her when I see it. Stephen King gives his thoughts on the failure of The Dark Tower. He says one of the reasons is that it should have been rated R. I can agree with that one. Denis Villeneuve's Cleopatra is being treated as a bloody political thriller. So that's pretty cool there. I didn't even know he was doing Cleopatra next, because I know he wants to do Dune. So he's got a lot of remakes on the horizon here. He just did Blade Runner. I mean, where's all his original stuff? We got everything wrong with Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. We have the Red Band trailer for Little Bitches. Little Bitches. Pretty funny. Let's see here. A lean, mean political thriller. Yeah, so the quote for Denis Villeneuve's Cleopatra movie is this: it will be a lean, mean political thriller that's dirty, bloody, and lots of people swearing and having sex. There you go. There you go. If that doesn't get you intrigued, I don't know what will. We got the final trailer for Den of Thieves, which comes out in a couple weeks, starring Gerard Butler. I'm looking very, very forward to this movie. I think this trailer looks so cool. I love the concept of it. I just love the cast. It just looks like this good, gritty, heist movie with the cops after him. I love everything about this. It screams to me. It sucks it's in January because it means it probably sucks. But I'm intrigued, man. I can't wait to see Den of Thieves. We got the first look at the Justice League Blu-ray box art, which makes no mention of a director's cut. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be bummed that there is no Zack Snyder or director or extended cut, anything at all. it looks like it's just going to be the theatrical version of Justice League. For at least right now, is all we're going to have to settle for at this point. We have the final trailer for Paddington 2 that you can check out. Sarah Paulson says she would love to sharpen her claws as Cheetah for Wonder Woman 2. Listen, I think Cheetah would be a great villain for Wonder Woman 2, and Sarah Paulson is awesome, so I would love to see her as Cheetah. That would be great. Let's do it. Ridley Scott, they get asked for his thoughts on Blade Runner 2049. His quote was, "It's way too fucking long." So thanks, Ridley, for your awesome input. It was a long movie, but it worked. I loved it. Speaking of revivals, Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt are reportedly circling around a Mad About You revival. Kenneth Branagh is down for an Agatha Christie cinematic universe. So he's looking to continue on after the whole Murder on the Orient Express, and they are getting ready for the sequel there. We have Everything Wrong With the Amityville Horror, the 1979 version. We got a really cool video, the Year in Movies 2017, the Cinema Supercut. It's up on our Twitter page and Facebook, so check that out if you haven't seen it. It's really, really cool. We have Everything Wrong with the Amityville Horror 2005, of course, the Ryan Reynolds remake, which I love. I love this version of the film. It's very awesome. We have the first promo picture for Solo, a Star Wars story. Some people are saying this picture's fake. Some say it's real. I don't know. It looks pretty real to me. I dig it. It's a cool little picture. Mark Hamill came out. He started talking shit about how when they first started to make Last Jedi, he didn't agree with the vision that Rian Johnson had for him as Luke. And they argued about it. They disagreed. And Hamill said, he's not my Luke Skywalker. And they got into this whole thing. And Mark Hamill made his comments public. Well, a couple days later, he said he regretted airing his Last Jedi concerns in public. He says, once he saw the film and he saw what Ryan wanted to do, he got it, he understood it, and he should have kept his mouth shut. So, I think people just need to just chill a little bit. Everybody jumped on this bandwagon when Mark said this stuff, but even Mark is like, I shouldn't have said this stuff. So, it is what it is. I don't want to get into the specifics of it because it could be spoilery kind of stuff. So, the articles are up on our social media if you want to check that out. We have 4 previews for the Roseanne revival that you can check out. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm just skipping some of this nonsense news. It doesn't even really matter. FX has issued a series order for Ryan Murphy's new show, Pose. It will feature the most trans series regulars in American television history. Okay, there we go. Ending of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is set up Jurassic World 3. No shit. Isn't every movie to set up the next one? I think that's a fucking just silly ass article right there. Tatiana Maslany has exited Pose, the Ryan Murphy show we just talked about. No reason why, but she has left the show. Sorry, bear with me here. We have Everything Wrong with Despicable Me 3. We finally got the trailer for Mom and Dad. I love this trailer. This movie comes out later this month, probably straight to VOD, which is really unfortunate, but it stars Nicolas Cage and Selma Blair, where they just want to kill their kids. And basically all the adults in this town want to kill their kids for whatever reason. It's directed by the director of Crank and Crank 2, which were just batshit crazy movies. And I think Mom and Dad is going to be batshit crazy in its own right. I can't wait to see this thing. I just wish it was in the theater, man. But check out this Mom and Dad trailer. It is something. We let's see here. Yeah, we already did Everything Wrong With. My computer's starting to lag on me. Here we go. We got some new X-Men Dark Phoenix images you can check out. Denis Villeneuve says that there will not be a Blade Runner 2049 extended cut. The version you see is the final and only version. The Krypton series coming to Sci-Fi Channel is finally coming. It premieres later this year. I feel like this show's been a long time coming, man. Netflix says that Bright brought in over 11 million U.S. viewers in its first 3 days. That's pretty awesome right there, man. Whew. Sony Pictures has pushed back the release dates of both Alpha and Goosebumps 2. Both films will come out at the end of the year now, like October, November. Which sucks because every movie I go to shows me the damn trailer for this Alpha movie. And now if they push it back to the end of the year, that means I'm going to be seeing the stupid trailer for the next year, basically. Which sucks. Krypton, sorry, I skipped right over when the release date is. Sci-Fi has announced a March 2018 premiere date for Krypton. Sorry, 1 second. Don't care about that. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Godfather trilogy is coming to Netflix. The Disney Star Wars movies have passed the cost of Lucasfilm at the box office. So the amount that Disney bought Lucasfilm for has finally been surpassed by box office revenue. So that's awesome, man. They made all their money back in literally 3 Star Wars movies, and they're done. So everything else from here is pure profit, baby. 2018's most anticipated movies, according to ticket buyers: Avengers: Infinity War, Incredibles 2, Ocean's 8 are among the most anticipated films of the year. Now, speaking of most anticipated, of course, probably within the next week or two, we'll be doing another Am I Still on the Air, doing our most anticipated movies of 2018. I'm sure we'll get Friggins and Peeps on, and we'll rock down some of our most anticipated top 10 of the year like we always do on Am I Still in the Air, so keep an eye out for that. We have the Final Cut montage. Yes, every year our good friends over at Joe Blow do a Final Cut montage, and Final Cut 2017 is here, and it is so good. Just a cool, like, 10-minute video that just pretty much puts all the film of the year into this really cool montage, so check that out. Gerald's game director wants to tackle a sequel to The Shining. That's pretty interesting there. Young Justice Outsiders has been confirmed for a late 2018 release date. Star Wars The Last Jedi has officially crossed the $1 billion mark. So there you go right there. Goosebumps 2, like I said, got pushed back to Halloween of 2018. And maybe because of the pushback, it's to get Jack Black locked in. Because like I said, we're still wondering what the hell's going on with Jack Black. Sophie Turner says X-Men Dark Phoenix will revolutionize superhero films. Yeah, we'll see about that. Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson, and Gal Gadot have topped Forbes' highest grossing actor list of 2017. That's pretty awesome there. Congratulations to those 3. Give me a sec. Man, my damn laggy ass computer. It's been on for too long today. Too long. John Williams is set to write the theme music for Solo, a Star Wars story. So that's pretty awesome right there. White Famous over on the Showtime network has been canceled after 1 season. I'm disappointed by this. I'm a fan of this show. Jay Farrow from SNL, he got his own show here. He was executive produced by Jamie Foxx. Set in the Californication world, which is crazy in its own right. It was a little half-hour comedy. I really, really enjoyed this thing. I thought it was super funny. I thought it was intriguing. Canceled after 1 season, man. Showtime never cancels anything after 1 season. Why do you do this to me? Star Wars The Last Jedi officially became the biggest box office hit of 2017, as if there was any doubt on that. Give it up to Jumanji, though, which held in there, man, at a close second every single week with Star Wars. It was just a couple mil behind, just hanging in there, which is pretty awesome. So, got to give it up to Jumanji. I found this article to be very funny. It was one of the top mispronounced words of 2017 was Gal Gadot. Yes, Wonder Woman herself is one of the most mispronounced words of 2017, and I have to admit, I thought I was saying it right this whole time, and found out I was actually saying it wrong. I always thought it was Gal Gadot. The T was silent. I started to get a feeling that it was Gadot when she was doing press for the Justice League movie, and she didn't correct anybody that said Gadot. And I found out from this article right here, among the top mispronounced words is Gal Gadot and chorophobia, which is the fear of clowns, which came from the It movie. It is officially Gadot. It is basically pronounced Gadott, Gadot. So I'm sorry, Gal. I love you. Please don't be mad at me for saying Gal Gadot for all of these years. It is Gadot. And now we've set the record straight. It's funny because this even came up when me and my brother did the top 10 of 2017 movies. This question actually came up. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Gadot. Well, I was wrong. Once again, it is Gal Gadot. A Series of Unfortunate Events Season 2 over on Netflix got a teaser trailer and a premiere date. New season will premiere on Netflix on March 30th. We have a little teaser for Wreck-It Ralph 2, which isn't really even a teaser. They just did something for New Year's. It was what it was. Don't even waste your time on it. It's kind of silly. We have the Honest trailer for Boss Baby. We have Everything Wrong with Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. And of course, the newest trailer for 50 Shades Freed. Mrs. Grey will see you now. All right. Let's see. Black Mirror, we already talked about. Hoda Code was officially named Today's Show co-anchor, replacing Matt Lauer. We got some Black Panther character bios, and officially as of today, January 8th, Black Panther tickets are officially on sale early. I'll be buying my tickets tonight. Let's lock that baby in for opening night IMAX. We always talk about, remember we used to do a little segment on the show called Rock Rolls, because Dwayne The Rock Johnson's always got so many roles going on, and it was pretty cool. They put up an article called What The Rock Is Cooking. It's a look at all the upcoming projects that The Rock has his hands in, so check that one out if you're interested. It's pretty damn cool. Justin Timberlake has a new album coming out called Man of the Woods, and he's got a new tour going, so check that out. Big surprise there. He just kind of dropped stuff out of nowhere. Stepsisters is coming to Netflix on January 19th. This is a new competitive dancing movie, Netflix original. We got the trailer posted up as well. Rose McGowan has a new documentary series that'll be coming to the E! Network. Let's see here. Justice League digital release information, and of course Blu-ray. Actually, we don't even know what the Blu-ray release date will be for Justice League. All we know is that the digital is on its way at the end of the month here. It looks like God damn it, stop. It looks like the Justice League digital version will be hitting digitally on January 30th. It's already listed for pre-order over on iTunes, and there you go, January 30th. So I'm expecting sometime in February to get the official Blu-ray. Gillian Anderson has confirmed that season 11 of the X-Files will be her last, and the people behind it said, hey, if she's done, the show is done. So the new season of X-Files just started last week, so if she's out, it looks like the show might be done going forward if she does not return. U.S. movie ticket sales were the lowest in 25 years in 2017. Man, that's crazy. And probably is going to continue to go down at this point, unfortunately. People are just not going to the movies. The new Untitled Cloverfield movie gets another release date from Paramount Pictures. It's been moved from February to April. And we still know nothing about this movie. We don't know what the name is. We haven't seen no trailer. All we know is that it's coming. Ricky Gervais has nabbed a second comedy special over at Netflix, and they're looking for some suggestions on the title and theme. We have the brand new second trailer for Death Wish, starring Bruce Willis, which looks pretty awesome, so you can check that out. I really dug that trailer for sure. CW superheroes suit up in a new trailer teasing their return. They come back on January 15th. Kate Beckinsale is set to star in a new Amazon thriller called, actually from the Missing creators. This will mark Beckinsale's first regular TV gig. I love me some Kate Beckinsale, man. It's awesome. Showtime has renewed The Serkis for Season 3. We have the first trailer for Slender Man. Oh, the Kate Beckinsale Amazon movie is going to, or TV show is going to be called The Widow. It'll be an 8-episode thriller. We also have the new trailer for the new Blumhouse film Truth or Dare. Just like how we had that final cut montage of all the movies in 2017, they also put out a thing called First Cut of 2018, which shows some footage from the upcoming movies. True Detective has added Stephen Dorff in the co-lead role for Season 3. Very interesting, man. Marshala Ali was the first lead. Makes total sense. The dude is a big uprising star. Fantastic actor. And Stephen Dorff is going to be his partner? I mean, no disrespect to Stephen Dorff, but when's the last time anybody's seen Stephen Dorff? I don't know, man. I don't want to keep just talking shit, but it just seems like a very odd choice for the co-lead there. The Fosters is set to officially wrap after 5 seasons, and then a new spinoff has been announced as Maya Mitchell and Sierra Ramirez will continue their roles from the drama into a new show. How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal will have a crossover episode coming up later this season. That's pretty cool. The Fosters will also be a 3-part finale before they go into the spinoff. We have the first trailer for Game Over, Man, which is from the Workaholics crew. It's coming out on Netflix on my birthday, March 23rd, so look for that one. It looks pretty funny. It's going to be cheesy, but it's on Netflix. Who cares? SWAT has just cast rap pioneer MC Lyte opposite Shamar Moore. She will appear on an upcoming episode on January 18th. We got some Robin Hood photos with Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx from their new upcoming Robin Hood movie. Kendrick Lamar is set to produce the Black Panther album, so that's awesome. He's going to curate and produce that. The full series of Lost is now available on Hulu after it's left Netflix. Y50 is adding another new character into the show. Lady Gaga, Pink, and more have been added to Grammy performances. Big DC news here. You know, DC, ever since they launched the DCEU, have been looking for their Kevin Feige. We all know that Marvel has a Kevin Feige. It's a dude that oversees the whole slate, makes sure that everything fits into its own little pocket. Well, DC never really had that. So we knew after Justice League didn't make as much money as they wanted that they were going to do something. And right out the gate, here we go. We're brand new into 2018. And New Line Cinema's Walter Hamada is set to oversee the DC universe for Warner Brother Pictures. Yes, Walter Hamada is set to oversee everything. He basically, in essence, will be the Kevin Feige. He's going to work with Jeff Johns, and they're going to work on, you know, the connectivity, the DCU as a whole, the movie slate, everything in between. So I'm excited to see what they do here. I like, you know, I'm a little upset that they keep changing direction so often, but I like that they're trying to make something work here. Walter was very big in the horror universe. He helped put together the Conjuring universe. He did It. So he's had his hands on a lot of big hits. Now he's moving over to DC, and we'll see what he does. So hopefully we'll have an announcement from Walter here in the coming months with what his direction will be for DC. This Is Us star Sterling K. Brown is set to guest on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm excited about this. I love Sterling K. Brown. He's so fantastic. I'm so happy he won the Golden Globe last night. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one of my favorite comedies on television. I think it's going to be so nice to see Sterling in a comedy role. I'm excited to see him pop up in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, let's see here. We're getting close to the end, guys. Hang tight with me. Deborah Winger has joined Season 2 of Amazon's show Patriot. Fox has released some details for the final season of New Girl. It will return with a 3-year time jump, and it is the final season. It's only going to be on. It's going to come back in like April and run through May. So it's a very short season. I think it's only going to be like 7 or 8 episodes. So, and with a time jump, which is pretty interesting. So looking forward. I do love New Girl. It's definitely ran its kind of course. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they wrap this one up. Very excited about this news. Fox has renewed The Gifted for season 2. I think The Gifted is one of the best shows on television, one of the best new shows on television. I wasn't sure about this one when Fox was going to do this X-Men show but not really be about X-Men. I was like, I don't know, man. This show's fantastic. It hits on every single level, and I'm so happy with this show, and every episode just gets better and better and better. I didn't know how it was doing. It kind of looked like it was doing kind of in the middle ratings-wise. I didn't know what Fox was going to do, and they said yes. So, Fox, season 2 of The Gifted. Thank you, Fox, for giving this show another chance. Fox shows will not end up on ABC as part of the Disney merger, the chairman promises, which I thought was interesting. Sci-Fi has announced a series pickup of George R.R. Martin's Night Flyers, which will play on Netflix internationally. Fox is developing a new iteration of Prison Break. So they're in the very early stages of development, and maybe new people with some old people, but they're figuring out something new for Prison Break. Final season of New Girl, got some info here. Final season will premiere on April 10th and will conclude in May with a 1-hour series finale. So that's pretty awesome right there. Game of Thrones officially will return in 2019. Yes, HBO has confirmed it is coming back in 2019. We have your first look at Nefessa Williams as the superhero Thunder from Black Lightning, so that's pretty awesome. Animaniacs is set to get a brand new series over on Hulu, so that's pretty cool for the kiddos. Ridley Scott's in talks to direct the Merlin saga over at Walt Disney Pictures. I don't know much about this one, but that's pretty cool. She's Gotta Have It star DeWanda Wise has joined the cast of Captain Marvel. So there you go. Pretty cool there. Captain Marvel's set to hit theaters on March 8th, 2019. Method Man is set to join Samuel L. Jackson in the Shaft reboot. ABC has canceled The Mayor. Wah, wah, wah. I tried to tell y'all. I watched one episode of The Mayor. That show was junk. So, glad to see it did not last, because that did not deserve it. Let's see here. We also have the first trailer for Nostalgia, starring John Hamm. We have the first trailer for Winchester, starring Helen Mirren, Jason Clarke. We have Everything Wrong with B-Movie in 15 minutes or less. That was a very odd one to me. Why B-Movie? I don't even understand that one at all. All right. Due to some other controversy, Ed Westwick has been replaced in the Agatha Christie drama following sexual assault claims. Christian Cook will replace the Gossip Girl star in Ordeal by Innocence. You can't be in any kind of controversy right now, man. People are going to fire you. We have your first gameplay trailer for the Enchantress DLC that's coming to Injustice 2. Lakeith Stanfield, who was in Get Out, has just joined Girl in the Spider's Web, which is currently filming. The Crown, Helena Bonham Carter is in a near deal to play Princess Margaret. A Disney Channel original movie called Zombies is set to unite cheerleaders and zombies in a new musical. Okay, we're running out of ideas. Outlander has cast Colin McFarlane as Ulysses. We have the first trailer for The Strangers 2, Prey at Night. Pretty creepy, just like the first Strangers. Former President Barack Obama will be David Letterman's first guest on his new talk show on Netflix called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, which will be launching on January 12th. Coming very soon. We have the first trailer for Kickboxer Retaliation. Check that one out. Jean-Claude's back. Netflix has signed a new deal with Matt Reeves and his 6th and Idaho studio for an exclusive multi-year deal. And I know Friggins is going to love this one. They're working on that damn Mouse Guard movie. And we'll see what happens. A lot of people wondering, what does that leave Matt Reeves doing Batman? Because if he signs some exclusive deal with Netflix, is he off Batman now? We'll have to wait and see. Sons of Anarchy spinoff Mayans MC has been picked up to series by FX, so that is officially coming now. I know they've been working on that one for a long time, so that one officially finally coming. FX has also set premiere dates for Atlanta, The Americans, and Trust, which will all be returning very soon. Jack Rayner will star in the upcoming CBS All Access original drama series called Strange Angel. Fargo Season 4 is in the works. They're looking for 2019 to be the return for that one there. All the FX shows will be returning in March, to be exact there. Bryan Singer has officially been removed from FX's Legion. The people that work on Legion said really Bryan Singer's name was just there as a name and nothing really more. Bryan didn't do much with Legion, but his name has been removed. And lots of controversy with Fox and Bryan Singer right now. Legion Season 2, by the way, was set to premiere in April. Jermaine Clement claims Flight of the Conchords will have a 2018 HBO special. Netflix's Sabrina the Teenage Witch adaptation has added Mad Men's Kiernan Shipka as, of course, Sabrina. I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name. She is a cutie for sure, based on this picture. Is it Kiernan Shipka. Didn't watch Mad Men, so I'm not sure about her, but she is your new Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which will be coming to Netflix. Let's see here. American Horror Story Season 8 is set in the future. Yes, they've just revealed the next version of the FX horror anthology will be in the future. Young Sheldon has officially been picked up for a second season. Pretty cool there. Sarah Bareilles has joined John Legend in Jesus Christ Superstar Live. Showtime has set premiere dates for The Affair and Billions, plus I'm Dying Up Here. I still have to catch up on Season 2 of Billions before I get into Season 3. But I'm so excited to see the Affair return, man, because I love that show. Me and my wife get down on that one. Showtime says they're open to making more Twin Peaks. So that's pretty cool, even though I didn't watch the Twin Peaks revival. CW has also set mid-season premiere dates for the originals, The 100, and more. Star Wars The Last Jedi is officially up to $1.2 billion globally. Jane the Virgin has booked Rosario Dawson for a Season 4 arc. CW Boss is very optimistic that Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow will all return for another season. Ridley Scott says he has an idea for a third Blade Runner movie. We're after that box office of Blade Runner 2049. I don't think anybody's going to be ready to do that one. Chris Hemsworth says that he still wants to play Thor after Avengers 4. He says, hey, if they'll have me, I will gladly continue to do it. So that's pretty awesome. That got me very excited right there, because I want Chris Hemsworth to keep playing Thor. He is so great in that, especially after Ragnarok, which was in my top 10 of the year. Check out that episode if you still haven't. We also got another new trailer this morning. They dropped the first technical full trailer for Red Sparrow, the new Jennifer Lawrence thriller, basically the Black Widow movie that we never got. It's a cool trailer, though. I'm definitely intrigued to check out this movie in March, so check out that trailer if you haven't seen it yet. We also have Sterling K. Brown, who, like I said, won his first ever Golden Globe, or won his Golden Globe last night for Best Actor. He's the first black actor to ever win the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a TV series drama. So congratulations, Sterling K. Brown. Much deserved. Love that dude. Showtime says that their Halo TV series is still coming. It's still in development. They just don't know when it's going to come out. So there you go. Netflix's Godzilla animated film will be available on Wednesday, January 17th. ABC mid-season schedule American Idol reboot will be going head-to-head with The Voice. Ooh, we'll see what happens with that. Pink is set to sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Vin Diesel is in talks to lead the R-rated Bloodshot adaptation. This is interesting news right here, because we had reported probably a couple months ago that Jared Leto was actually in negotiations to play Bloodshot. But it looks like those negotiations have fallen through, and now Vin Diesel is talking to them. So they're trying to launch a new cinematic universe. Bloodshot will kick it off. Hey man, I'm down for Vin Diesel to do this. Works for me. We have your first look at Supergirl when it comes back. Monel finally suits up. Gong Show gets a season 2 green light. Mike Myers will return. as Tommy Maitland. That show was so stupid. I don't even know why he's wasting his time on that. MTV has also renewed Floribama Shore for 20 episodes, season 2. God damn. Chris Hemsworth says he's unsure about the status of Star Trek 4. Remember, he was supposed to come back for Star Trek 4, but now that Quentin Tarantino's doing it and it's rated R, we don't know what's going on anymore. ABC boss is cautiously optimistic about S.H.I.E.L.D. and Once Upon a Time, their future on the network, so we'll see. Both shows are struggling a bit in the ratings. We have the brand new trailer for Blockers starring John Cena and Leslie Mann. Check out that new trailer, just dropped earlier today. And lastly, I'm very happy to announce that Hulu has renewed Runaways and Future Man. I just want to say I love both these shows. And they're funny in their own right for me because, so Future Man, let's start with that one. I mean, I was so excited for this show when I very first heard about it. It's, basically the people behind it are Seth Rogen, his producing partners. It's got Josh Hutcherson. It's got a really cool team behind it. Basically, like The Last Starfighter, he's really good at a video game. The people that are in the video game come from the future to recruit him because he's so good at the game to basically help them save the world. And they jump back and forth through time to save the day. It's a very funny show. The episodes are only a half hour apiece. They're all streaming right now on Hulu. I'm on episode 10, I believe, so I'm making my way through it. It's very R-rated, so I can only watch it kind of on my own after the kids are in bed and everything. But I love it. It's a really funny show. It started off a little weak for me, but it really built up. Love it. So glad to see that one's getting renewed. Then we got Runaways, which is a Marvel show. I knew nothing about the Runaways. This isn't your typical superhero show. But there was a lot of fanfare behind it. A lot of people love Runaways. And I tell you, I watched the first episode. I hated it. I was like, man, I don't like this at all. I watched the second episode. I didn't really like it either. Third episode, I was like, okay, it's a little bit better. But I stuck with it. And with every single episode, this show gets better and better and better. This is one of the shows that Hulu's not dropping all at once. You have to wait till every Tuesday they put out a new episode. I got caught up earlier today, and the latest episode floored me. It was so good. This show, I went from hating it to, I'm like, it's one of my most anticipated shows every week now, because the way it's unfolding, the twists and the turns, I love it. And because I'm not familiar with the comic book and I'm not familiar with these characters, I'm even more intrigued, because I'm like, ooh, what's going to happen? What's going to go down? So I really, really love it. I'm glad to see Hulu picking it up for a second season, because I want to see where they go from here. So both very, very highly recommended shows for me. Check out Future Man and The Runaways over on Hulu. If you don't have Hulu, sign up. You can get a free trial. Check it out. It's worth it. They got some really cool original programming like these two shows. Glad they were picked up for another season. And on that note, man, we're going to get close to this 2-hour mark. This is another reason why you can't not do a show for almost a month. So let's talk release dates and box office. On DVD and Blu-ray tomorrow is going to be It, My Little Pony the movie, Friend Request, Mark Felt, The Man Who Brought Down the White House, Marshall, The Foreigner, and November Criminals. So lots of stuff dropping tomorrow. In theaters on Friday is going to be The Commuter, The Post, Paddington 2, Proud Mary, and The Polka King. All right, so lots of them coming in theaters, even though they're all pretty movies. I'll be checking out The Commuter, because I love me a good old Liam Neeson, tell me what he did kind of movie. So, he's on a train, shit's going down. So, and here's your weekend box office. This is the latest at the box office. Coming in number 10, It's All the Money in the World with 3.6 mil. Number 9 is Coco with 5.5 mil. Number 8, The Darkest Hour with 6.4 million. Number 7 is Molly's Game, 7 million. Number 6, Ferdinand with 7.7 mil. Number 5, Pitch Perfect 3 with 10.2 million. Number 4, The Greatest Showman with 13.8 mil. For the first time in almost a month, Star Wars The Last Jedi is not the number 1 movie. It got bumped all the way to number 3. Star Wars The Last Jedi comes in at number 3 with 23.6 mil. Making its debut at number 2 is Insidious, The Last Key. Yes, the fourth Insidious movie has come out and bumped Star Wars with $29.3 million, man. I don't know why this franchise is still chugging along. The Insidious movies suck. And number one, I'm so proud of this after all this time. They finally made it. Number one at the box office is Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Jumanji came out just a couple days after Star Wars, and it's been holding with it, so close, and it finally overtook Star Wars to be the number one movie. So in its third week in release, Jumanji jumps to the number one film in America and in the world. Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle bringing in $36 million at the box office for that number one spot. So love it, absolutely love it. Great job for the Rock and crew there. All right, we're going on an hour 45. We are done. We are wrapping this baby up. Let's put a bow on it. Happy 2018, everybody. Once again, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for waiting with me, man. It's been a month. I promise not to let it go a month again. It's just been, like I said, man, Christmas is a hectic time. And thank God the news was slow there for a couple weeks, or this would have been a 3-hour show. But we'll get back to our regularly scheduled Sunday, Monday type show moving forward, and keep it to our nice, short and sweet 45-minute or so kind of show. So thanks again, everybody. Remember, amiontheair.com is our official webpage. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on Twitter at simply amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. Of course, you can download us and rate us and everything on iTunes. We are available on iTunes for you. So go ahead and subscribe there. If iTunes is not your thing, which is not mine, we are available on Android as well. You can always find us on Google Play Music. We are available on Stitcher, on Spreaker, on TuneIn. We're all over there. We, of course, stream the episodes on YouTube as well on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/amiontheair. Of course, follow me on Stardust, on the Stardust app. Download it for your mobile device. And follow me simply at Don Mega. Follow us at Am I on the Air on Instagram. And, of course, thank you to our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. Lots of great podcasts going down on Red Dragons Radio. So go on over to the site and give a listen to some of the other shows on top of Am I on the Air. All right, so that'll do it once again for us here on January the 8th, 2018, for our season premiere, man. Our season 16 premiere. Holding for General Hux is in the books. And we'll catch you next time, y'all. So till next time. Peace!
Bye, everybody. Red Dragon! Red Dragon!